Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and Amber Heard is surprising us all. She sat down for an exclusive interview with Savannah Guthrie, and we have a longer clip than the one that's circulating on Twitter. I'm going to play this clip. I'm not going to offer any commentary just yet. I'm going to play it again and offer you my commentary because I think you guys are going to want to hear this one.
I don't care what one thinks about me or what judgments you want to make about what happened in the privacy of my own home and my marriage behind closed doors. I don't presume the average person should know those things, and so I don't take it personally. But even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
Of course, we also touched on what happened in court and what the jury decided. There's no polite way to say it. The jury looked at the evidence you presented. They listened to your testimony, and they did not believe you. They thought you were lying.
How could, I'll put it this way, how could they make a judgment? How could they not come to that conclusion? They had sat in those seats and heard over 3 weeks of nonstop, relentless testimony from paid employees and towards the end of the trial, randos, as I say.
So you don't blame the jury?
I don't blame them. It wasn't, I don't blame them. I actually understand he's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor.
Their job is to not be dazzled by that. Their job is to look at the facts and the evidence. And they did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Again, how could they, after listening to 3.5 weeks of testimony about how I was a non-credible person, not to believe a word that came out of my mouth?
We're going to have more of our exclusive interview with Amber Heard first on today, tomorrow and Wednesday morning. It's a wide-ranging...
So tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning, make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we're going to tell you. Hit the bell for all alerts, smash the like button. We'll be reacting to these interviews in depth. They're doing a part 1 tomorrow, part 2 on Wednesday, and then I guess Friday night on Dateline, an hour-long Amber Heard special. All right, I got to go back and now I got to offer some commentary as you're watching this. First of all, lie number 1 happens right away. Did you catch it?
I don't care what one thinks about me or
right there,
what judgments
right there.
you want to make
What was that again, Amber?
I don't care what one thinks about me.
Oh, sure. Oh, who believes that? Who believes it? She doesn't care what what anyone thinks about her. Lie number 1. It's like right out the gate. You wouldn't be doing these interviews if you didn't care, Amber. So you're already like gaslighting everybody and Savannah. And I worry Savannah's not going to be as aggressive as she should, even though she should have been aggressive. If Savannah could have really gotten under her, it would have been amazing. Maybe she will. We shall find out. But lie number 1.
Or what judgments you want to make about what happened in the privacy of my own home and
lie too. You absolutely care, Amber. That's a lie.
my marriage behind closed doors. I don't presume the average person should know those things, and so I don't take it personally. But even
I don't take it personally. Yeah, right. Okay, clearly you don't.
somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol.
No one's deserving of any hate and vitriol. You did it to yourself. And the hate and the vitriol that she keeps trying to spin here is us being upset that you lied on the name of survivors, DV victims. That's what we're angry about. And yeah, you did that, girl. You did that, girl. There's an Australia tape. Everyone keeps forgetting. There's an Australia tape that didn't come in. And I wish Savannah would have played that tape to her. Amber, it's really strange to me. Like, imagine if Savannah just brought out the evidence. God, I wish she would have. It's really hard because you keep saying this vitriol, but a lot of people are angry at you because they don't believe you. And they don't believe you because of XYZ.
Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation.
Well, what do you mean? If I believe you're lying, well then, yeah, I understand why there's an abundance of people who also agree and think that you're lying, that we all are angry at you. Yeah, because you lied about some of the worst things you could lie about. And the public isn't falling for your nonsense anymore. So what is she even asking us to give her?
You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
I absolutely think it's fair. I think Judge was fair. I think the jury is fair. And here you are, sour grapes, saying the whole system was lying. And you're going to go and complain about all the witnesses. They were all paid by Johnny. So were your expert witnesses. What on earth is this? So in your world, your witnesses are real. They're allowed to be paid. Johnny's world, though, they're all liars. Dr. Kipper and Nurse Debbie maybe were being paid. Okay, I'll go down that conspiracy hole with you. But guess what? When they were being recorded in Australia, they didn't know they were being recorded. So you're telling me, even in their most private moments, they're covering up for Johnny and they're not acknowledging all the injuries on you that would have had to have been there, given the story you told the world. But no, there they are, dealing with Johnny's fingertip, and you're walking around like normal, and you're telling me both nurse and doctor are just completely ignoring all the injuries you just sustained. They're covering up for Johnny even when they're being recorded in private, and they're like, Amber, I've tried to give her something. Yeah, she cut off his finger, blah, blah, blah. No reference to anything on you, Amber, because nothing happened. You over-exaggerate everything. And as Dr. Curry showed us, probably because of you have illness.
Of course, we also touched on what happened in court and what the jury decided. There's no polite way to say it.
Good. There's no polite way to say it. We don't believe you.
The jury looked at the evidence you presented.
Yep.
They listened to your testimony, and they did not believe you. They thought you were lying.
How could...
Look at this fake...
Put it this way.
Let me get my squint face going.
How could they make a judgment? How could they not come to that conclusion? They had sat in those seats and heard over 3 weeks of nonstop, relentless testimony.
That, you mean, as trials do? You had equal amount of time, girl, to combat that. That's how a trial works. Do I believe this or do I believe that? Oh, because they went first, guys. Well, how could they do their jobs right? I don't know. That's how every case goes. And Johnny had the burden of proof, Amber, not you. Johnny absolutely had he could have just said a bunch of nonsense like you did, but he actually had evidence. You didn't have the mountains you claim.
From paid employees. And towards the end of the trial, randos, as I say.
You know, all those randos that came to lie on me, I'm going to laugh about. Why are you laughing about it? Like, first of all, how offensive. You're not, and the switch from her, look at this. The switch from their paid employees to randos, talking about Morgan and Hicksville and, it was Morgan from TMZ and, I'm forgetting, but the gentleman from Hicksville, all these were just randos that were just coming in at the end. You mean people who are like, whoa, this girl isn't allowed to get away with what she's doing. So we're all going to lie under oath for the cult of Johnny Depp? Randos,
as I say.
Those randos. I mean, come on, Savannah. Those randos were coming out of the woodwork. There's so much, but neither so beneath both of us. Who believes those?
So you don't blame the jury?
I don't blame them. It wasn't. I don't blame them. I actually understand. He's a beloved character.
Yeah, he's not a human being. He can't be abused. No, he's just a beloved character. That's who he is. We've all just. I don't think they bought the character. He wasn't the character up there. He was a human being, and you didn't feel like a human being. You kept saying you were a human being, Amber, but you didn't come across as one. You came off as manipulative, cold, calculated, and zero accountability. And I hope Savannah pushes on that.
And people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor.
Their job is to not be dazzled by that.
Thank you.
Their job is to look at the facts and the evidence. And they did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Again, how could they, after listening to 3.5 weeks of testimony about how I was a non-credible person?
Because you weren't. You mean facts? Is that what you're complaining about?
Not to believe a word that came out of my mouth.
Yeah, because you lied a lot and they proved it.
We're gonna have.
I mean, I can't. Whoa, sir, I gotta have my serious face. Am I allowed to believe this or not? I mean, could you sum up the media right now in one word? Like, are we allowed to do this? Are we allowed to knock this person down because they're lying? I'm dying to see the rest of this interview. I cannot wait to hear what other spin is going to come out of that. But as I told you, we will cover it for you in depth. Watch, react, etc. So if you want to make sure you don't miss those, we got two now, part 1 and part 2. Hit the bell, hit the button, smash the like button because we will bring it all to you, and you won't miss a thing. So stay tuned. I had to put my anger shirt on because I'm already getting heated. I can't stand how they're spinning this, and the media is already spinning it too. In fact, we'll talk about it today live. How they're already trying to blow up our salaries to justify somehow that we're incredible and we're doing it just for money. It's infuriating me, this spin. So it's not yet over. Join us today live around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live discussing this and so much more here on Popcorn Planet. Thanks for watching, everybody.